I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Peddling Fiction Podcast. After a much overextended delay, I'd say. I am your host, the voice and soul of so-called fiction, Johnny Profita. And back with me to get the second half of the year kicked off properly is Justin Hillbilly Boy Campbell. How you doing over there?
Good. I'm kind of glad we didn't really try to do shows while you were traveling, because the timing would have been weird with you being in Japan and just the time difference. And I also had a lot of stuff going on over the last few weeks while you were gone, so it would have been tough anyway. So I'm glad we kind of took a break. It was probably for the best.
I think so. We did the one episode from Tokyo, and then I was 15 hours ahead. Like it was a little ridiculous. And then it sounded like you had some stuff going on, and I was like, it was never really easy for me to kind of break away from like dinner and then go with my family. I'm like, I gotta go podcast real quick. So yeah, as I don't think we've really taken a vacation from this show for more than like a week or so. In 67 years, I don't even know how long we've been doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like around Christmas, we'll take a couple weeks off, Christmas, New Year, but we've never really taken a sincere break. So it was probably necessary.
Yeah, give the fans a break of us too. I'm sure that a lot of them probably needed it. I did get some messages every once in a while. I'd be like, hey, you guys all right? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I also got some messages. Is Johnny ever coming back?
You never know. I could have gotten drugged and kidnapped in Vietnam, but I didn't. I survived.
Well, and then the suggestions that you might actually be a Mexican serial killer and you're on the run. That was fun too.
That was classic. Yeah, I started getting messages about that. Be like, there's a serial killer in PV. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was in Japan, I think. Or no, I was in Vietnam at the time. Yeah, I had made it to, I think I was in Hanoi. And it turned, from what I was being told about that, it was not really serial killer material. It was more, I think, a couple of broads pissed off the cartel. That's what I was being told. But who do you believe, right? Because it's not like Mexico doesn't want to admit that they have a serial killer.
I shouldn't laugh, but a couple chicks pissed off the cartel seems a lot more likely, just from other experiences you've had down there.
You gotta be careful. But from what I heard, it was like they were killed someplace else, dumped there. And there was the whole incident with the Jalisco cartel a couple months ago. I guess that was back in February, huh? 4 months ago. Jesus Christ! And does time fly, huh?
But that all like blew over pretty quick. They even like, from everything that I had read about it after the fact, it was like they even made they even made sure to like tell people, hey, we're about to do some shit, get the fuck out. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna set cars on fire and we're gonna create a scene. Like we don't want anybody to get hurt. We understand that, you know, tourism is, you know, the big attraction around here. So like bug off and, you know, go do something else for a while we make a scene, and then everything will be cool after this.
Yeah, they were pretty cordial. I mean, as cordial as you can be when you're burning buildings down.
Setting cars on fire in front of the Best Buy.
Yeah, but they let you out of the car first, so that's nice.
Yeah, hey, get out. We're going to set your car on fire.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than the alternative, I guess.
I guess.
But yeah, that was definitely funny. People, I was getting a lot of shit for being a potential serial killer. It was actually somebody in Vietnam brought that to my attention before I even had seen the story. I was like, why are you checking the fucking news in PV? Shit. Yeah, good times. Vietnam, I liked it for the most. It was fucking hot, dude. It makes this seem like a goddamn picnic. In Hanoi, when I first got there, the heat index was 120.
So they have a lot more humidity there, kind of like.
And it was humid. Yeah, it was just like walking into a sauna, like right after somebody dumped a ladle full of water on the rocks. And it's just like everywhere you went, that was ridiculous. And the most uncomfortable chairs just everywhere. I don't know what the fucking Vietnamese are trying to do. But you would not be able to function. Like your knees would be above your head when you were sitting down on these little stools that they have that are like 6 inches off the ground. But even when you go to like bars, like certain bars and stuff have just like really uncomfortable seating.
I've got a buddy that's in the military. He's a couple years older than us, and he spent quite a bit of time in Japan, Korea, and Vietnam while he was in the military. And he's like 6'1", and he said like a lot of it was uncomfortable for him. He was like he's like telling me and my brother whenever he came back like about going over there and stuff. He was like, y'all wouldn't fit in anything. He's like he's like I said, he's like 6'1". He was like, it was uncomfortable for me a lot, of places. Like they are not very accommodating of tall people.
Yeah, no, it's basically unheard of. I mean, Japan has some tall people, but yeah, Vietnam, no. Like I bumped my head on a couple of things. It's but very affordable, I will say. Even though prices there have apparently gone up quite a bit, they've gone from like impossibly cheap to still pretty cheap. Yeah, but yeah, Hanoi is just absolutely fucking packed. Oh, even just like the convenience stores were tiny, like the 7-Elevens and stuff. Like you couldn't have two people in an aisle. Like if you wanted to get past somebody that's standing in an aisle, like you're rubbing up on them in 120-degree fucking heat. But yeah, so it was a good time overall. I would go back. Maybe go to some more remote places. I didn't really have time to really get out. All the cool places you see in pictures and shit are like, oh, it's like a 5-hour fucking drive from the city. Didn't really feel like doing a lot of that. And Japanese are doing a lot of things right. Well, I'll put it that way. Although the obsession with the vending machines, I don't get it. Everyone's like, oh, vending machines. I saw the same fucking 3 vending machines the entire time. It was all just drinks. It was just like water, sparkling water, coffee, energy drinks. Everywhere I was in Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. I was there for 2.5 weeks. I saw like one other. Okay, in my hotel in Tokyo, they had a pizza vending machine, which was okay. And then there was like, I saw like an ice cream one. And my sister found like the orange juice one. But like, that's it. I don't know what this whole obsession with these crazy vending machines are. I didn't see it. But yeah, everything else they say is pretty accurate. Anyway.
Well, talking about how hot and humid it was over there, and getting used to that. Have you seen all the poor Europeans that are in the U.S. for the World Cup and are struggling with the heat? The British especially.
I just want to give you an update from pitchside. It's hot. It's more than hot. How hot is it? Too hot. Too hot. How hot is it? Roasted. How hot is it, mate? Fucking boiling. It's the hottest we've ever been. Come on, England!
This poor guy, he's like sweating to death. There was some guy that does videos about it, like a British guy, and he's like, "This isn't even hot for the Americans." He's like, "This is like." They're still a month away from actual hot season, he said, and we're over here dying. Yeah, early. This is still like spring weather. It gets down in the 60s here at night.
Where were they in that video?
I'm not sure because it's all over the place. Some of them have been in Florida, some of them in New York, like just different places. I know there's some of the games.
Florida can be pretty hot. It could be Florida.
But even with that, like my buddy Tag that I do the morning show with, like he tells us what the weather. He has a farm that he works, and like he'll tell us what the weather's like every day. And it's like, yeah, it's still like reasonably not bad, but like 86 degrees, and these people are dying. And for us, that's just like, yeah, that's all right.
They also just sound like inbred read. It's like, what are you saying? How hot is it? Hot. Dropping those T's. I think that's like really frowned upon though in like fancy British areas if you don't pronounce your T. Anyway. Fucking World Cup, dude. I don't hopefully I won't watch any of it. I don't know. Mexicans do love soccer. I was watching one game. This is before the World Cup. This was back in Hanoi. And they had like some game on, and it was just like I was at a bar, and it was like the club championship or something, the one that Paris won. And then they started like rioting in Paris. I was like, dude, these guys are just I don't understand how you can watch that game where they're just flopping all the time with nothing happening to them. It's like they trip over a blade of grass and they act like they just got hit with a sledgehammer. And they're just writhing in pain, rolling around on the ground for like 35, 40 seconds. And then they just pop up and they're like ready to go. What kind of a colossal like I could never do that as a man, even if it's going to get you like a fucking yellow card or something. Like on national TV, you're just going to act like the biggest pussy the world has ever seen.
Yeah, I know. They're worse than LeBron and SGA in the NBA. That's where
LeBron is. Yeah. I mean, he's terrible. He should play soccer.
I did watch a little bit of the NBA playoffs this year. I've been a Spurs fan since I was a kid, and Spurs are good again. Watched some of the playoffs. Yeah, the Oklahoma City Thunder and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That dude is a joke. Like all he does is flop, and I mean he would probably be a fantastic actor. They should cast him for anything other than being a basketball player, because he's just like, and that's the guy that the NBA wants is like the face of the league. I did enjoy the finals, even though the Spurs got their ass whooped. They didn't get their ass whooped. They played really well. They just didn't win. But like the finals was actually good. It was like two basketball teams going at each other and playing like hard-nosed basketball, like what I was used to watching whenever I was into the NBA 10, 15 years ago. So it was entertaining, but man, like watching like the Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder and some of those teams that, I mean, it's just fucking embarrassing. It's soccer on a basketball court, and it's
yeah. I don't know if there's some sort of like connection there to society as a whole, because dude, 80s, 90s, 70s basketball was nothing like that. And yeah, there were some really good, even again, the Bulls and Knicks had some good some good matchups in the playoffs, but yeah, it's unwatchable now for a number of reasons. They also just let them travel like fucking crazy. Just like every time I see somebody even just dribble, I was like, that's a carry, that's a carry, that's a carry. Like I would be an amazing basketball player if I was 6'5" and I could just walk around with the ball. But yeah, I heard I didn't see any of those games, but yeah, the Spurs blew a bunch of fucking leads, huh? 30-point fucking lead in the third quarter.
I mean, it's
how involved were the referees would be my first question.
Alan, what do you expect from a young team? This is like all objectively a very young team, not a lot of veteran leadership. The handful of veterans who are on the team don't really have a lot of playoff experience. Like, and going against the Knicks, who are a more seasoned, more experienced team, they've been there before. So I didn't expect the Spurs to win. I figured being newbies to that stage would probably get to them, and then they choked away at least 3 games. So they had opportunities. They just they're not ready for it, and it's fine. It's going to be a good team, and they'll be, as long as they keep that core together, they'll be exciting to watch for the next few years. And I might start watching some NBA again if they're going to play a little more of a tough nosed type of basketball. But like I said, the last time that I tried to watch an NBA game was 3 years ago, and it was the Oklahoma City Thunder and somebody else on like a primetime game, and it was just all flopping and garbage. It was just garbage basketball. And like, why does anybody watch this shit? And watching the Spurs in this playoffs was, at least it looked like basketball that I enjoyed watching. Whenever.
That's good. Yeah. I see a lot of people giving Mamdani credit for the win. Apparently, he's magically turned around New York in the last 5 months or something.
Well, immediately after the Knicks won, they went out and completely destroyed the city. So, yeah, he gets to turn it around again.
Yeah. You can hire some more people and make sure they have 4 forms of ID to pick up garbage.
Talking about that in comparison to the World Cup, I actually saw a video of Japan. Who was it? Japan and somebody else. It was a really big game. Anyway, Japan played in the World Cup the other day, and you talking about Japan doing a lot of things right. After the game, all of the Japanese fans stayed and helped clean the stadium up. And it was like top and bottom video. It's like Japan's World Cup fans cleaning up the stadium versus New York Knicks fans burning the city down.
Yeah, right, dude. And we should talk about that because Japanese have a pride in their country that is something we desperately need in the US. And they've been, these fucking progressives have done everything to just beat that out of kids in America. You're just inundated with everything that was wrong in the US. Like, I think back to my history classes and shit, and English, everything was just slave. The only thing I remember ever fucking talking about was slavery. The summer reading material was always a book about fucking slavery or something, in the English class. And it's just other than the Constitution, all I heard about, and the Civil War, but then it was the Civil War was always about all the bad things we did as a country and why we're so horrible. And it's I think you guys know how I feel about governments and everything, but when you go to Japan and you see the pride that they have for their country, they do pick up after themselves. There was no Osaka was a little different. Osaka was the dirtiest place I went to in Japan. There was you could see gum on the sidewalk, but you noticed it immediately. You're oh, this is weird now, because I was just in 2 other huge cities and they were fucking pristine. Tokyo was super clean for a big city, and they don't take any of this shit from fucking migrants. They're not having it, and they're doing all kinds of things to limit the amount of people that just go there for vacation. But they're not going to let people go in there and just kind of destroy their country, their culture. They're protecting it. And when people have a pride in their culture and their country, that type of behavior is possible. When like people stay behind and they clean up after themselves, it's very interesting to see. And they're very orderly too. Yeah. And everything they say about those toilets is 100% true. They do have the best toilets. Like they're like, and I don't know what they're like when AI gets a hold of their fucking toilets. It's gonna be something else, because you just like walk into a room and the seat like lifts up. It's like, oh, that's nice. You don't even have to fucking touch the toilet seat.
Have you seen the thing with those? Speaking of AI and toilets, have you seen the thing with those like AI toilets that'll like analyze your poop and tell you if you're like what's wrong with your diet and stuff like that? That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
I just want my toilet to flush. I really don't need it to like be telling
Yeah,
me.
you have to worry about them stealing your shit data.
I don't want the seat to go up and down on its own. I don't want it to talk to me or give me any advice. Like, I don't need life advice for my toilet. I just need it to flush.
And it's like every one was like slightly different than the one before. So you're just like, right, does this seat automatically go up, or is this one of the cheap ones? It doesn't. I gotta touch the seat.
I mean, a heated seat would be all right, but other than that,
no, yeah, they're heated. They're all fucking heated. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. They are light years ahead of us on a number of levels, but they're still preserving the old world Japan, which is very nice, and their old culture. And every time I see somebody trying to get progressive with them, there's always like some Japanese lady will stand like, no, you guys are trying to ruin old Japan. I want my kids to grow up in the Japan that I grew up in, and they're keeping their traditions alive. And I think it's beautiful. And they're not going to have an issue with a bunch of fucking Afghans or something invading their country, which, dude, by the way, Vietnam is being invaded by India. I saw more Indians than one of my flights within Vietnam from Hanoi to Da Nang. Half the fucking plane was Indians. There was one group of Indians in front of me. There was 22 of them. It was like one family, and they were everywhere. And I would talk to some of these like Vietnamese people who were like, they would say like they would make like a comment about how they smell or something, and I'd be like, yo, they are invading your fucking country. I'm seeing more Indians than I'm seeing Vietnamese in some places, and you guys need to stop this like right now. We've watched it happen in the fucking UK. Like, they are going to take over. Like, they're already here. They've infiltrated. There's Indian restaurants everywhere. And I got into it. And this is not really like me, but I was in like fucking pissed off travel mode at that same airport. I was going through security and had like the long winding thing, but there wasn't like much of a line, but you had to walk like all the way left, then all the way right, then all the way left. And so I'm doing that right the correct way, and I'm getting to the end, and I see these little shit fucking fat Indian kids and their mom and shit, and they're ducking under all of the ropes, and they're trying to like cut in line. And this little fat kid gets up in front of me. There's like this old Vietnamese guy, and he tries to just like cut in front of him, and the old Vietnamese guy just like grunts or something and stares at the kid, and then the kid starts like mouthing, like gesturing at him and like fucking mouthing off, but he wasn't saying words. He was like making fucking Aboriginal noises or some shit. I grabbed this little shit and I pushed him behind me, and I stared at his fat fucking dad that was like waddling down the thing. I was like, dude, get your fucking kids under control. And then they were just like, dude, invading personal space. I don't know if it was because I like fucking interject. Then he's like standing like right behind me, like an inch behind me the whole fucking time. I'm like, dude, back the fuck off. Goddamn Indians are invading Vietnam, and they're not doing anything to stop it.
They don't do personal space, so yeah.
yeah, they were like, it was very inappropriate, and I was like I was already like fucking pissed off because I was traveling. I'm a very grumpy traveler.
Speaking of, Europe has taken the brunt of that invasion. Did you see all the stuff that's going on in Ireland?
Yes, where the guy got beheaded, almost beheaded.
Yeah, they tried to cut that guy's head off, and then the new IRA basically did what the IRA does and went and started like burning down immigrant shelters and stuff. And so then the even crazier part is I haven't looked at anything the past couple of days. Stephanie and I spent the day together yesterday, and I've been doing other stuff today. Like the last thing that I had seen was the British like Parliament or whatever was telling all of these immigrants in Ireland to just come to England because they're obviously not safe there in Britain or they're in Ireland. Like how far do they have to push this before the English population rises up and starts doing the same thing that the Irish are? Because
I don't know,
England's having the exact same problems. Like,
yeah, dude, I see these videos. It looks, there's just like 10 million fucking Muslims in the street.
Did you see that? There's like I think it's upwards of 20 people per day get arrested in England for online hate. Right. Basically for saying, hey, these fucking immigrants are like destroying shit and raping people. And so
yeah, they get arrested, and then the ones that are doing the raping, they just like, oh, well, that's their culture. So they just get off with like a slap on the wrist. Dude, it must be fucking infuriating. I saw that one video of the from Ireland. It looked like an Al-Qaeda video, but it was the it was the Irish doing it, like threatening the government to like get this shit under control, or there's going to be consequences. And it's like, dude, yeah, nobody is voting for this in these countries. Nobody wants it. And the reaction of like the progressive side of these countries is like, oh, well, don't show those. They got angry for like Elon Musk and like Twitter or X for sharing the video of the Sudanese guy trying to behead the like, he was like wasn't he like a retarded Irishman or something? Like he was like handicapped or something. I don't know. But their reaction is like, oh, you're a bad person for saying that, and you shouldn't be sharing the video and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, how about the guy that tried to, hack the guy's head off with a knife? How about the fucking guys that are, dude,
how about that guy that got stabbed to death, and then as he's dying, the police put fucking handcuffs on him?
That was, what was his name? It started with like an H or something. That I saw that too. Yeah. So again, and they just take like that was the equivalent of fucking Jussie Smollett story, where it's like, this guy just attacked us because we were wearing turbans or something. He's like, so one guy attacked two guys. That's the story you're going with,
right? The guy that's bleeding out on the ground is
saying, I've been stabbed, bleeding out. I don't think you have, mate. I don't think you have. And they cuff him, and they let those two, dude. It's reached cartoonish levels of just ridiculousness, and it's infuriating to see. I can't believe it's gotten this bad. But it's like, yeah, they go after everybody that speaks out against it with an iron fist. Meanwhile, the raping and the pillaging of their own people just gets to continue. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how long does it take before they finally are fed up?
Well, there's never any consequences for these pussy politicians, ever. It's like, yeah, like bring back the tar and feathering.
Well, like then you end up with like an Italy situation where you get Maloney that gets elected, who comes in on a platform of, we're going to start deporting people. You've got Poland that they tried to, the EU tried to force some like migration policy on Poland, and Poland's like, no, thanks, we don't want any migrants. You can fuck right off with that. A lot of Europe is starting to turn against this. And
dude, they have, I mean, I've been to fucking Napoli, dude. They've trashed that fucking city. All these Haitians that are over there, it's ridiculous, dude. The whole, all these beautiful fucking statues and shit are covered in graffiti, and then every corner has just all these loitering Haitians fucking trying to, you know, pick your pockets or ensconce you some way. It's ridiculous, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Just stop it.
And they're right. That is their culture. Like, look at where they came from. They are third world countries because not because they didn't have an opportunity to advance, because they have not made an effort to advance. They're either not smart enough, or I mean, like talking about Haiti. Haiti is a prime example of they were actually relatively successful for a while, and then they rose up, overthrew the colonizers, and went straight back in the shitter. The only thing that kept Haiti relatively afloat for the better part of like 20 or 30 years was they still had like outside treaties with people with other countries to help them out. And then they decided they didn't want that. They were going to be like, you know, their own strong, independent. We're going to run things our way. And so everybody else is just like, okay, then you do that. And they ran it straight into the fucking ground. Like, we shouldn't be taking immigrants or refugees. We shouldn't be taking refugees from Haiti. What are they a refugee from? Their own bad fucking choices? Nah, you stay there and live in that squalor. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Well, and it's just like, I want Italy to be fucking Italy. I want France to be France. I want Japan to stay Japan. I don't want them to change everything and just have like all these like a little bit of you know, it like integration or whatever is like, okay, fine, but you still have to like assimilate to whatever that culture is, and don't bring your shithole fucking culture here. Like, there's a reason you left that country. It's like all these people that leave California and go to Texas, and then they try to turn Texas into fucking California. It's like, you just fled that shit. Why are you trying to do it here now? God damn, dude.
Yep. Send all the Indians back to India. Send all the Muslims back to their sandbox. Send all the Californians back to fucking California. I am all for deportation.
Yeah. God,
or I guess, as they're calling it in Ireland right now, remigration. It's like a bunch of them are like, we don't feel welcome here anymore. We're going back home. Yes, good. That's the idea. You should not feel welcome here.
Yeah, man, we got all these fucking Somalis in Minnesota. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
What is that? And I get like the U.S. is a little different, right? Because it was always like a country of immigrants. But there's an American culture, and it's not this progressive horse shit and relying on the government for everything. Like, there wasn't an American, a rugged American culture, and we've completely lost that, and we've lost all the pride. Anybody that tries to show pride is like, oh, you're a white supremacist or something, because yeah, right, okay. And it doesn't, not only is it just a bad idea, it's just a bad idea all around, dude. It doesn't work. You're getting rid of everything that made the countries great in the first place. And you're taking all of the shit that ruined other countries and you're flooding it into to these countries that are good. It's just like, whose idea is this? And why? Like, what's the end game of all of it?
Well, and like you said, there is an American culture, and our culture is Buc-ee's.
Trying Buc-ee's. Has everyone tried it? So we're going in. Jenna's going to have to show us what the goal is. Oh, it smells delicious. A full grocery store. I'm so overstimulated. There's so many people in here. A basket. To the tourist. Candy. I'm gonna get some mango slices. We're on a road trip, by the way, to our teammates. Treaties. Fudge. This is what everyone gets when they come here. Cool. Salted caramel ice cream sandwich. It's like candy nut. Yum. It's warm. Oh, it smells good.
Right behind me is the world's
biggest gas station. Only America can make a gas station an attraction that everybody wants to come and see.
I'm not sure what we're going to expect in here, but let's go see what we can find.
Guys, I wasn't expecting this. It's like its own universe, and we've already gone in on the food.
Oh, it looks so
I
good.
couldn't help myself. And the guys behind the counter, like, they do a sing-song.
They even have beef jerky here. How much do you think this is coming to?
$70. Look at that truck.
That truck's insane.
Is that does that mean something else? Okay, so Gavin needs him a hat to protect this little bald head of his. So I think that Justin looks pretty good. It might be a hair
too
big, but it'll work unless I can find the right one. Oh, there you go.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Now we also had to get him something a little bit more American. So we got him a camo Jeep shirt. Now we're about to take you to get the best beef jerky.
Holy fuck!
Korean barbecue. And the size of the fountain drink cup. Let's go.
That is mental. I can't believe all this is in one petrol station.
Massive. It's absolutely massive.
I love it. I feel like I'm home.
Now you can bypass the bread if you want.
They have good. It's not the best brisket you can find.
That was very good for a petrol station.
Yeah. Okay, so your trip to Buc-ee's. Where do you rate this on petrol station?
It's got to be a high number in terms of what you can get. I got a small
child drink.
Small child's drink. That'll keep me going for the next 2 days.
America. Where's the mascot? Sliced brisket, beaver chips, America. And it's like a whole store. The whole food. And then it's like a whole store section. It's like regular stuff, and then tortilla, which is really good. And it gets super cheap stuff too. You get the tiki things.
I think we get the point.
Cookies, regular stuff. And then they have like a whole snack section. You can get salads and sandwiches and yogurts and everything. And the mascot himself is here. In the store. Costa.
America, can you please explain why this is so big? Ik ben bij Buc-ee's, het grootste tankstation van de hele wereld. En mijn vorige video van Buc-ee's heeft de Amerikanen bereikt. Ze denken dat ik toerist ben in de VS voor het WK. Ik ga heel enthousiast praten over Buc-ee's. Moet je kijken, man. Wat een gigantische winkel. En allemaal vers eten. En met deze zin wil ik ze echt helemaal binnenhaken. Amerika. Nou, hier heb ik hem dan. De brisket sandwich, die ik al veel vaker gegeten heb. Ik vind het zo grappig dat Amerikanen dus denken dat ik een toerist ben hier voor het WK.
German is such a lovely language.
All these foreigners discovering Buc-ee's for the first time. That is American culture right there.
That is very American. I gotta say, I'm pretty sure I've never been inside a Buc-ee's.
Well, that's because you're a Yankee.
Yeah, I've definitely driven by them, and I'm like, oh, Buc-ee's, but I've never been like, oh yeah, I gotta go in there. It looked like a lot of fucking food to just make you a fucking fat retard.
Oh yeah, it's good driving food. It's like it is perfect on the road. If you're on a 5-hour road trip, you stop at Buc-ee's, fill up with gas, and just load up on all of the worst possible snacks and drinks that you could ever get, and you will be set for the duration of your drive. It's kind of perfect.
Oh man. So where are all these World Cup matches? Do we know? You said Florida's got some. California have? LA's got one or something. Are they going to clean up California for the World Cup?
Let's see. We've got. Yes, they are in SoFi Stadium in LA, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, Houston Texans Stadium, Arrowhead in Kansas City, the San Francisco Stadium, Seattle, Philly, Miami, and Foxborough. So those are the 11 U.S. So that's why these people are traveling all across like the heartland. They're going to Kansas City, Texas, Georgia, Florida, seeing all the seeing all the southern sights.
That's funny. I couldn't imagine being that into soccer to go do that, but
there were videos of like the Norwegian and the British teams in Florida, like with their shirts off, out sunning themselves, trying to acclimate themselves to the weather, and just all of them dying. I think they said the British team had to like cancel one of their practices because it was so hot. somebody posted the British not being able to perform on American soil is a timeless classic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of 250-year anniversary.
Woo woo!
Did you watch any of the UFC event?
No, I watched highlights and stuff. I didn't. I was busy that night doing other stuff, and I watched some of the I watched some of the introduction stuff, and it looked like a massive fun party. I'm not a big UFC guy anyway, so I didn't take time to sit down and watch it. But everything I saw of it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, so is that like a watch party or something in front of the?
Yeah, that's like a watch party outside. You got the, and this was like, I'm pretty sure this was real. You got, oh, did you see? So there was like a big storm front that was moving through, and the liberals were really cheering for it to just like smash the whole thing and rain it all out. And you can watch on the radar as it approaches Washington D.C. and the front just parts. And it goes around and completely misses the White House and all of the festivities. Like
that's really
amazing.
Funny. Yeah, dude, it's like it does make you think that like there is a higher power for some of this. Where it's just like, I don't know, the bullet misses Donald Trump's head by a fucking inch. This thing, yeah, there was like a 30-minute or an hour rain delay before they got started, but yeah, the thing went off without a hiccup. I didn't watch the radar thing, but I can envision that where it's just like, yep, no, we're just gonna tease the liberals a little bit. Dude, so many people were upset by this. It's just such a stupid thing to get upset about.
And by this in particular, no.
Yeah, is that like a Blue Angel flyover?
Yeah, there was some whiny cuck that was complaining about, oh, do American tax dollars really need to go to heaven? The Blue Angels fly over, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, actually, this is a training run that they do anyway. And so they just they schedule the run to go over these sites. So it's not actually costing anything outside of the normal training.
Dude, wasn't the UFC just paying for everything too?
Yeah,
I'm sure they were. Like, I didn't really look into that. I just assumed, especially, yeah. I mean, you're going to be right 99.9% of the times if you just assume that liberals are retarded and wrong about everything. So as soon as I heard them complaining about tax dollars, I was like, oh, this is completely funded by the UFC.
And then you got the Nitro Circus out in front. Just dudes on dirt bikes. Here we go. Travis Pastrana doing a backflip as the
holy shit
fireworks go off. Like, I mean, that's just badass.
Yeah, it really and they were like, oh, you're degrading the White House or something. Just like, dude, first of all, there's nothing more fucking American than just fighting in a fucking cage with jets flying overhead. And yeah, doing flips on motorcycles with fireworks or something. That doesn't degrade the White House.
Right. The Biden administration having trannies whip out their tits on the White House lawn.
Yeah, a bunch of men with their fake tits hanging out. Yeah, that doesn't degrade anything. Yeah, of course not. Yeah, that was when the adults were in charge, right?
Yeah.
All right, adults. Like, let's get back to normalcy. That worked out.
But then you got the counter celebration that was being put on by the Democrats who were so deeply offended. This is what they This is what they countered with.
Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. Hey there, all you fascists. Let me put you straight. When you come for the rest of us, we'll fight you at the gate and you will lose. You fascists bound to lose.
Is that Bette Midler?
Yes. Aren't you terrified of Bette Midler meeting you at the gate?
Well, yeah, is she like 78-year-old woman? We're gonna fight? Okay.
I saved the stream from that whole. There was because it was like 3 hours of basically that, and I just like buzzed through. I just like clicked through it and would watch 30 seconds at a time. That's a perfect summary of the entire thing. It was. I mean,
dude, that is just terrible. They have completely lost their minds. It really is something. Like, we're gonna put on a counter. It's like a counter protest to an event on YouTube, and we're gonna sing songs about fascists, like shitty folk songs that we made up. Oh my god, who else? So who else was there? I didn't see it. I watched almost the whole UFC thing. I fell asleep at one point, so I think I slept through like 2 fights. Or 1.5 fight. All the fights were good though, dude. They were all like fucking knockouts or stoppages.
Right. If you have to choose between Bette Midler singing about fighting fascists and this,
bald eagle. Yeah, dude, it's just like objectively better. And if you don't have just like nothing but disdain for the country, like this would be very, very cool for anybody to just be like objectively like that looks like a pretty cool fucking party. Even if you're not into the UFC, it's like, okay, yeah, that's not my cup of tea, but like this looks like fucking fun. That other thing looks like torture. Like something you would have to go to as like a parent. You got to sit through your kids' fucking shitty play.
Oh god, that's exactly what like the singing and everything about that was like shitty junior high performance level play that nobody wants to be
like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta support them.
Right, and I'm sure they paid everybody to be there. Like nobody's willingly signing up to go to this.
God, was Robert De Niro there? That fucking tool. Probably.
Whereas you can go watch the UFC event and get genuine entertainment like this right here.
Alex Pereira, I want a shama on your mama. And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I watched that live. I was not expecting a Big Mike shout out on the White House lawn, but I mean I get it. That's like a little low class, but it's still I don't know, dude. It's still just funny to me.
But
people are like, oh, they're gonna sue the UFC and Dana White and Donald Trump for defamation. It's like, all right, yeah, Discovery there should be fun.
Did you see the one dude, the American dude that knocked out the Canadian guy, and like he delivers the knockout blow, and before the Canadian guy even hits the ground, he salutes Donald Trump.
Dude, I saw. So that was the fight that I fell asleep for. I slept through that one. I saw that highlight yesterday.
You're like, oh damn it, I missed the best one.
Yeah, that guy had a stupid fucking hairdo though. Yeah, I was like, this guy looks like a fucking jagoff, and I think I fell asleep. Yeah, I fell asleep before that, and then I woke up right before the knockout of the next fight. Was it the I forget the guy's name, but I woke up in the middle of that and caught the end of that one. And I watched the rest. Yeah, all the fights were fucking great. I don't know, like that's one of the reasons I stopped getting it. I was into the UFC a long, like 20 years ago. I was really into it. And then there was a streak of just like 4 shitty pay-per-views. and this was like back when you actually had to pay. Like I was just streaming it for free this time, but this is like when you had to pay for the pay-per-views, and it was like these fights all suck, and so I just kind of fell off, and then yeah, that night was great, and then dude, the American 6-1 underdog fucking beats the ever-loving shit out of the fucking guy for the last fight. It was just just classic fucking America. Absolutely classic. They were, at least 6-1 underdogs against Britain. And yeah, just the whole fucking night was just epic and perfect, minus the Michelle Obama. Like, I bet they're really fucking pissed about that, because that just gave the fucking liberals the one thing that they can cling on to be like, oh, these racist white supremacists. And I was like, dude, it was one thing that one guy said for like 2 seconds. But they're gonna, I know they're clinging to that. The rest of the night went off without a hitch, and it was fucking very entertaining.
Oh, and
it was very
you gotta
cool
watch out saying shit like that. Like the last person that said said Michelle Obama was a man was Joan on live television was Joan Rivers, and she was off that literally that afternoon. So
that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. It takes some balls to go out there and say.
That's a big mic driver balls to say that.
Yeah, that's like threatening Hillary Clinton. It's getting close. I wonder what happened to their chef that just drowned in like 2 feet of water.
Right, dude was like an Olympic caliber athlete or Olympic caliber swimmer and just happened to drown. Yeah, he accidentally walked into the bathroom and saw Michelle standing in front of the urinal.
Oh shit. But yeah, that was quite the spectacle. It was very Trumpian. And it was like, a few hours before that, he announced that we have a deal, sort of. We have a deal to come up with a deal over the next 60 days.
All right, so let me run through here are the 14 points of the deal. Permanent and immediate cessation of war on all fronts, including Lebanon. The U.S. commitment to non-interference in Iran's internal affairs and respect for the sovereignty of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Complete lifting of the naval blockade within 30 days. The U.S. commitment to withdraw its forces from around Iran. Reopening of the Strait of Hormuz within 30 days. Suspension of sanctions on the sale of oil, petrochemical products, and derivatives, and full access of Iran to its financial resources, the necessity for the U.S. and its allies to present reconstruction plans amounting to at least $300 billion, 60 days of negotiations to reach a final agreement based on nuclear issues, and complete lifting of primary, secondary U.S. sanctions and UN Security Council and IAEA Board of Governors resolutions. Reiteration of Iran's commitment under the NPT treaty not to produce nuclear weapons. During the negotiation period, the U.S. is committed not to add forces to the region and not to impose new sanctions. Release of $24 billion of Iran's blocked funds during the 60-day final negotiation period. Half of this amount must be made available to Iran before the start of negotiations. Formation of a supervisory mechanism to implement the agreement. The final agreement will be approved by the UN Security Council, and final negotiations will not begin before the release of half of Iran's blocked funds.
So the half of those funds, that's the 300 billion?
No,
that's like a different amount.
12 billion. 12 billion. There's 24 billion. So there's $24 billion of blocked funds that Iran has that sanctions have tied up that they're not able to get to. So once half of that is released from the sanctions and freed up, then they'll begin the final negotiations, blah, 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 blah. The 300 billion, that's been mischaracterized as the United States is giving $300 billion to Iran, which I'm pretty sure Obama literally did that, like sent them pallets of cash anyway. So it's not like that would be something new, but That's not what this says. It says that the U.S. and other allies would be putting together reconstruction plans that would total about 300. I think the total that I saw was like 327 or 317 billion in reconstruction plans for rebuilding things that got destroyed by the war, more or less. And that's not just the U.S. That would be the U.S., Israel, and a couple of UN countries that participated.
They'll probably just use the money that we give them, though, to do that.
I'm sure.
Of course, this is all contingent upon Israel not doing anything for the next.
Right, because every other peace agreement that we've had over the last 2 months, 3 months, something like that, every time they've had a peace agreement, it would include stop bombing Lebanon, and then the very next fucking day, Israel would go and bomb Lebanon. Like, if anybody hasn't figured out who the bad guy is, I'm not even like a. Anytime you say something like this, I'm like, oh, you're like pro-Palestine liberal. I'm like, no, just Israel is the fucking bad guy. That's not like hard. Two things can be true. Like, Palestine can also be terrible, and I'm not a particular fan of the Muslims or any of these terrorist states over there. But also, Israel is 100% the bad guy too. Like, there are two problems there, not just one. It's not either or. It's both sides are the problem. And that's why the U.S. should pull out entirely and just let them fucking kill each other and not be involved in it in any way.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it is pretty fucking crazy to watch Netanyahu just blatantly disobey and pants Donald Trump left and right every time he gets close to a deal. And it's just like, yep, as long as Israel doesn't bomb Lebanon, like, we're going to have a deal. And they're just like, and he's like, don't do it. And they just do it anyway. So this is supposed to be, they claim that they assigned it electronically, I guess, the other night. They're going to sign this deal. They call it a memo of understanding, a memorandum of understanding or something, to get a permanent peace treaty in the next 60 days. I think that's what this is. So they're supposed to sign that in Switzerland on Friday. So they got a few more days to blow this up, literally and figuratively. And then I don't know, over the next 60 days, do they really, like, does Israel have to keep their fucking dick in their pants for 60 days? Because I don't think they can do that. This is gonna be pretty interesting to see how this plays out. But it doesn't sound like the U.S. is getting much out of this, other than the Strait of Hormuz is going to be open, which is what it was before we started all this. But okay, I don't care as long as it's fucking over. I don't, whatever. 300 billion, release the 24 billion. Okay, let them enrich to a certain amount. I don't know what their level of enrichment is going to be, but it's going to be something, right? It doesn't sound like that's off the table, which is what, Trump was pressing for, like zero enrichment or something. So we're going to have basically what we had before, inspection committees and everything going in there to make sure they're not getting too enriched. And hopefully the Strait of Hormuz is going to stay open without having to pay these like $1 million tolls or whatever. We'll see. We shall see. Markets liked it. Markets are buying it. They were up huge yesterday. A little bit of a pullback today in the NASDAQ and S&P. But they're probably just waiting. We got a Fed meeting tomorrow as well. We're going to get an FOMC statement and a Fed funds rate at 1 p.m. New York time tomorrow. So we'll see if the markets are pricing in rate hikes now, partially because of this conflict, this war, if whatever you want to call it. Can we call it a war now? Are we allowed to call it a war? But yeah, they think that the Fed's actually going to raise rates. I don't think they will. They'll probably hold them where they're at. I don't think they can raise rates, dude. I can't afford it. Not with 40 trillion. 40 trillion in debt and like a third of it coming due this year. There's no fucking way they can roll all that over at higher. We're already at like 4%, something like 375. Yeah. So this idea that the Fed's going to raise rates to fight inflation because and inflation's running hot. I don't know if you saw the numbers last week, but yeah. It's pretty interesting to watch the market's retarded reaction to all this stuff. It's like inflation's a problem. So therefore, that means that the Fed's going to raise rates and strengthen the dollar. So we're going to sell gold and precious metals. And it's like, okay, yeah, you have inflation concerns. So you're going to get rid of your inflation hedges. That sounds like a good move. But yeah, Donald Trump really needs this fucking thing to go through because all he has right now is the stock market basically to point to as some modicum of success. And the Dow is above 50,000. We're at 52,000, Justin.
Oh, impressive.
Yeah. So if he doesn't have that,
I mean, so that means we're not allowed to talk about Epstein anymore, but can we get back to the mass deportations? Because like I thought Congress had passed a spending bill that was going to fund the Department of Homeland Security again, and we were going to get to start deporting people again. And that's literally all I voted for was mass deportations. I really could not give a single shit about any of the rest. I just wanted them all gone. And we were making some progress there for a while, and now it's kind of
we haven't heard much about that. I don't know if it's still going on or not because we've distracted all the protesters with other things, like Elon Musk becoming the first $1 trillion man. I forgot. Yeah, we forgot to mention that. Dude, had the big SpaceX IPO Monday, or was that Friday? Was that Friday? Yeah. Dude, the amount of just retarded people that come out of the woodworks when this happens that's the only way that this has affected me. It's like my feed is just inundated with economic illiterate retards and people that all of a sudden are concerned about $1 trillion. It's like, dude, they've been stealing trillions of dollars from you every year for the last fucking 30 years. And now you're worried that $1 trillion is a lot of money. It's like, yeah,
right. Like, go ahead, confiscate 100% of his wealth. That won't even pay off the deficit spending that the government's going to do this year. Like, not even close.
Dude, it's just so like we have a trillionaire, and then we have kids that like can't afford school lunches, and just like all these retarded comparisons. It's like they can't afford healthcare, they can't afford housing, school's too expensive, and you're angry at Elon Musk because he's worth $1 trillion on paper.
Right.
And it's just like, why aren't you upset about the government that's in charge of all those other things that said they were going to make them affordable? And now they're all a fucking unmitigated disaster $40 trillion later.
Right. Like Elon Musk had nothing to do with that. And you could take all $1 trillion of his dollars and it would not fix any of that. So like,
yes, yeah, we could destroy all that capital and those businesses and give everybody like $80 or something.
Yeah, and then make everybody involved infinitely poorer as well. Yeah, that is the typical government solution, though, or the the big government solution, which all the leftist retards who don't understand how things work, that's what they want, is the big government solution. Let's make everybody equally poor instead of allowing anybody to have an opportunity to be rich and make other people rich along with them.
Right. And it's like, this is why you cannot let just socialist fucking idiots in charge. Like, you cannot give them control of it. That all they know how to do is destroy wealth. They don't know how to create it. And by the way, I saw some of the posts about like all the workers and stuff for SpaceX that were paid in stock. They're all millionaires now.
Yeah.
Like the janitors and shit, the cafeteria workers, they all got like 10,000 shares of SpaceX or something. It's like, yeah, okay. So he's objectively done more just with that one IPO than the government has for anybody. He has liberated a lot of people, made them multimillionaires, and the government has done nothing but trap you in poverty and promised you the moon and delivered nothing but a pile of fucking shit. It really is something. And just watch all these idiots try to talk about how we have all of these problems, and somehow they're connected to Elon Musk because like Doge or something. Like, yeah, they ran him out of town. They ran him out of town when he tried to cut anything.
Doge didn't even do anything like at the end of the day. But
no, but yeah, they're very concerned about your tax dollars, though. You know, especially going flyovers now over the White House for the UFC event. We're concerned about tax dollars, even though I guarantee you the tax dollars did not fund that. But we're concerned about tax dollars there. But yeah, when Elon Musk tries to cut anything, they shit a brick sideways, run him out of town. What was that? Oh, one of my shirts fell off. Drying my linen shirts over there. Yeah, by the way, I was surprised at how the only thing that was like seemed ridiculously expensive to me in Vietnam was laundry service at the hotel. They wanted to charge you like per pair of socks to do laundry. It's like $1 for each pair of socks, $1 for each pair of underwear. I was like, dude, I feel like I could buy a laundromat in Vietnam for what you're charging me to do one load of laundry. Not like I would trust them with my precious linen collection anyway. But yeah. I added to my linen collection. I got to cut, dude. I went to this town. It's called Hoi An. It's like, dude, the clothing capital of the world. This is like must be where everything's done. I got a custom linen suit made in 5 hours for $155.
That's nuts.
It was, dude. If I had more space, I would have gotten fucking 6 of them. Even though I don't even wear suits, I was just like, this is awesome. But I did have to talk the lady into doing it the same day. She's like, no, you should come back tomorrow for like a fitting. And it was like a 40-minute drive each way. And I was like, dude, if I come back tomorrow, like I would end up spending more on like the Uber to get back and forth than the suit was going to cost me. And I didn't have time to do that. I was like, it's got to be done today. And she was like, And eventually she's like, okay, we can do it. And they banged it out, dude, in fucking 5 hours. It was pretty amazing. $150 for a custom 100% linen. And they were cheaper one. Like if you went with a blend, they do it for like $125. So yeah, go to Hoi An, get a couple suits made. Yeah, if I had more time, I probably would have gotten some more colors. But yeah, added to the linen collection. Got a nice canary yellow when I was in Japan, and then I went with a light blue.
Speaking of a nice yellow, I wasn't sure what to do for Stephanie for our 10-year anniversary, which is next week. Or
isn't that 10 or something?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, next Thursday is our 10-year anniversary, and I wasn't really sure what to do. Our neighbor has a 1984 Corvette that his dad had bought it, and then when it was relatively new, and then her uncle bought it from his dad, and then our neighbor bought it from her uncle.
Dude, this is so hillbilly.
And our neighbor was
passing cars around.
Yeah, so the neighbor was looking to sell it, and at first I thought Stephanie was going to buy it, and then she decided against it. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll get it for her, and that'll be her anniversary present. So I got her it's a yellow 1984 Corvette. It's got the hard top that pops off, and
nice.
Yeah, I gotta get some new tires for it, and it's got a little bit of just like little minor stuff that needs to be kind of touched up here and there. But
is this going to be a surprise? It's a good thing she doesn't listen to the show.
No, we walked over and looked at it the other day, and she was going to think about it, and then she decided not to. So I texted the neighbor. I was like, well, since she's not buying it, will you sell it to me? And he said, I would rather sell it to you than anybody else. He's like, so if you're serious about buying it, then yeah. And so
1984. How many miles does it have on it?
70,000. That's it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's
Cars
like
as
I
old
said-
as me.
Like I
Yeah.
said, the neighbor's dad and her uncle owned it, and they just drove it around like the neighborhood. They didn't like, take it out driving it all the time and stuff. So it's been really well taken care of. It's just old, so it's got a few little minor things. But yesterday she decided to stay home from work, and I said, well, I was supposed to go over there and do this today, and I handed her the check. I said, you can just go over there and pay Danny for your car. And she goes, what? And I said, yeah, I'm buying the Corvette for you. She's like, so it was exciting.
That's a nice gift because you get to use it too.
Yeah.
Those are the best gifts. And well, dude, you've seen all this shit that they're putting in modern cars now and what they're going to try to do with all this AI stuff with the cameras and there's going to be a nice market for like pre 2020 cars probably, but anything analog from 1984, hell yeah. Weren't like all the cars in the parking lot of like Area 51 from like the 80s and 70s and shit?
I think that's right.
Like they didn't have anything with a computer chip in it.
Well, that's like Katie's is the car that we got for Katie is a 2015, and I think that's about on the top end of stuff that I want to mess with. Like it's got some of the electronic stuff in it, but not a whole lot of it. Like my truck is a 13 and it's got some of that stuff in it, but not a whole lot. Like that 13, 15, that neighborhood still hasn't had a whole lot of extra stuff added. Stephanie got a brand new Ford Maverick, and it's got all of the shit. And I looked at that thing and like looked under the hood and kind of messed around with it some. And I straight up told her, I was like, anything that you need done with this, you're taking it to a dealership or to a shop. I was like, I'm not going to fucking touch it. They have done too much bullshit that I do not want. Not that I couldn't, I don't want to try to fuck with that stuff. Like there's too much computer bullshit involved in that. Like I just want to be able to work on a fucking car, and they've made it where you can't do that.
Yeah, it's by design. I think they've made it basically illegal for any car manufacturer to make something that doesn't have all these bells and whistles now, in the name of safety, of course. And pretty soon it's going to be like, it's going to scan your fucking face and make sure you haven't had too much to drink or something to start the car.
Remember Demolition Man, where they've got the old school, I think it's a Camaro or a Mustang, like in the underground where all the the people who don't live on the surface and are
the Dennis Leary,
Dennis Leary and our people we're going to reach a point where if you've got an old car like that, you're gonna be the one that like can actually drive places. Otherwise, they're gonna be shutting you down if you're like in one of these new things.
Dude, they're not even gonna need the social credit score thing. It's just gonna be, we can just control this car. We don't like what you said we didn't like your Facebook post about being anti-Muslim or something. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, that's going to make lockdowns a lot easier too when the next cold and flu season starts.
Turn the self-driver on and have your car lock you in and just drive you straight to jail. Then they don't even have to come pick you up.
That's true. Yeah, we're just right into the fucking ocean or something. That stuff's a little fucking scary, but I'm sure there'll be some sort of free market solution to get around that. Especially in hillbilly land.
Damn
right. You guys are gonna be ripping out those fucking computer chips and bypassing them somehow.
Stephanie got me a new lawnmower last year, and it's got like the seat trigger and the button that you have to push to put it in reverse and stuff. And I have fought the urge to remove all of the safety features, and I'm probably going to sit down and disable all of the safety features on it sometime in the next couple weeks. As I'm having to mow more frequently as we get further into the summer, I get less and less. I have less and less interest in constantly having to deal with the seat shut off switch and the reverse button that you have to push to put it in. I'm about to disable all the safety features on this thing.
Do you guys have those lawnmower races that they did on King of the Hill?
I don't know if they do them here, but a guy, my old boss, the job that I had when I first moved up here, my boss at that job, that's what he did. Like that was what he did on the weekends. He had lawnmowers that he like fixed up and did lawnmower. Like he was a competitive lawnmower racer. So I know they do it. I haven't been to any of them.
Oh man, that is so fucking hillbilly. I wouldn't mind going to one of those though. Probably be fun.
I'll find out when they go on, and next time you come to the States, you can make a trip through.
Yeah, I might be back in September. I have to renew my license. Well, I have to get a new license. I don't think I can renew my Chicago one.
Since you don't live there anymore?
I've been pretending to basically live at my parents' house for 3 years. So I might have to go to Wisconsin and get a Wisconsin ID. Otherwise I don't know how to get that fucking, I'm trying to get, it was really nice the last couple of years because I could just have them, they would just mail me my new ID or my new driver's license. But yeah, that's going to expire in like 3 months now. I really don't want to let that happen, even though whatever. So yeah, I might be back in September for a little bit. Maybe I'll cruise down over to that part of the world. I don't know.
Hell yeah. See. Come down and then we'll go try to find somewhere that's got a Buc-ee's.
All right. Well, I think that'll about do it. We're a little long on time here. It's good to be back though. This is fun.
I was like, we're catching up.
Yeah. Can we do a Friday night happy hour this Friday?
I work, but
son of a bitch.
I'm sure.
What about the Friday after that?
I am sure Jim and Ariel would be more than happy to get together and do a happy hour on Friday if you want to do it. I will set it up.
Are you working the Friday after that as well?
Yes, I work this Friday and the next and the following Friday, and then I'm off for 2 weeks and I'll be out of town. I will try to be able to do this while I'm out of town, but I might be a little bit limited.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do one Friday because we missed the last like 3.
Yeah, we'll set it up, and like I said, I'm sure Jim and Ariel will be more than happy to come hang out.
Right on. All right. I guess we'll get out of here on that. I'm gonna be posting some other stuff on the Substack probably this week as well. Just trying to get back into the swing of things here. But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. It's good to be back. We'll be back on our regular schedule, I think, for the most part. And try to stay cool out here. I closed the doors a little bit because I thought the waves were getting too loud. I don't know.
No, nobody minds hearing the waves in the background.
I don't know. It bothers me though. I think more than anybody. Just like, dude, those are fucking loud. Yeah. The hazards of living on the beach. It's a tough life. But we'll be back on Friday with a brand new episode. And until then, you guys know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.